Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the GROW program. Thank you for growing with me, kings and queens. Um, I came from a church background, grew up in church, and I'm an ordained minister, been ordained for 8 years. And although I'm spiritual, um, I'm not bound under religious law anymore, and I don't pray to Jesus. But Jesus forgave. Jesus taught us forgiveness, and we need to be like the little birds. Even though they may have a little disagreement, they all fly off together, and we need to learn how to forgive. African spirituality is godly. It is it's next to God. So and God is next to the church. And that's where it's supposed to be. But see, you got a lot of demons and evilness, spiritual warfare that's going on inside the church, and a lot of times that's what keep your eyes off the prize. But see, when you begin to incorporate God in your life every day instead of just on Sunday, then you begin to get a spiritual walk, a closer walk with God. It's not just going to meet up on Sunday and then that's the one day you talk about God. No, God is first and foremost in your life every day. No matter what I think about doing, I may think about doing this and that and the other, taking a vacation, going laying down, but see, I let go and let God. God has taken over my life. So I'm moved by the spirits to make the podcast. I didn't know anything about making a podcast. I am not tech savvy. I don't know how to do that type of thing. But lo and behold, the ancestors did it. That's who did it. They moved through me and did it, and did up a beautiful website, and now I know how to work in my own website, how to do different things in there. And so it's a blessing. It's been a blessing from God, and it's a blessing that you are with me, and it's a blessing that we are now and growing in 29 countries, rising over the oppression that we have been up under, and our ancestors have been up under since they were kidnapped from Africa. Back over in that house, while the evil is up doing, the good is also working, and as I'm watching what happened with Jacob Blake and have watched over the years, over my life of Africans under oppression, and you as well, what also happened with the legend Chadwick Boseman. I'm going to tell you, Chadwick Boseman truly, he's a king. And August 29th, when he passed, I cried like a baby because never in my life had I ever seen an African-American superhero. And then to have him taken away from us, it was just, and then at such a short life and with his beautiful wife left to mourn. It's sad, but at the same time, the queen dried my tears. She told me that Chadwick Boseman is just fine. His spirit is just fine. But he wants us to carry on the torch, carry on the legacy, keep on lifting each other up and lifting up one another, and rising above this oppression. During the portal, being over there in that house, I was able to communicate with the spirit world, and not spirits have been working through me. Legends. These legends were under oppression. They are not asleep. If the evil is up doing, the good spirits are up doing too. Now, these legends were under the oppression of this country. Think about Marvin Gaye for a minute. And my episode made me want to holler. I'm just realizing this myself. I am motivated by these spirits. Marvin Gaye has always been upset about what's went on in the inner city and how Africans are doing one another. We got this gang violence, drug violence, oppression being pushed into the community, sister and brother going at each other, killing one another, dogging one another, maiming one another, feeding one another the drugs. We all a part of the setup, but we need to get up and rise up and don't give up, and we in a battle. It don't matter, yes, when it rains it pours. And I know you fed up, but don't give up. You're going to look up, rise up. We going to get up. Keep your head up, people. Because I'm telling you, these people are speaking through me, and sometimes it's so overwhelming. Because I'm going to tell you something, it's evil that's up doing, while these people, evil got brother versus brother. We going against one another now. We attacking one another. And I'm telling you, this was not going on. The ancestors speaking to me. This was not going on before colonization, before they came over there and started kidnapping people. We wasn't over there killing one another. It wasn't no jail system, none of that stuff going on that you see going on now because of politics and different things going on. See, these people don't even realize that one day they got to give an account to their actions. They got to give an account to what they have done here on this earth. You may seem like you getting away with it here and now, but you got to give an account. It's gonna be a time and a place where you're gonna sit and reflect upon your life and think, Lord, you pulled me through. You brought me out of that. Where the evil was trying to overtake me, and now I'm ready to give it over to you, God. I'm ready. I'm at that fork in the road. I'm at that turning point in my life, and I'm ready to give it over to you. I'm tired of going through. I'm tired of every day going through the struggle. And this evil done overtaken us so much that we done got to where we don't even think twice. The love is there. It's there. Because look, when the brother look at the brother and he look him in the eye, but he go ahead and pull the trigger. Just like what happened with Tupac, when he looked him in the eye, the love is there, but it's gone. Because I'm going to tell you something. These legends, these people, they're gone. But their spirits are here, but their hearts, they weeping. The souls are weeping because of what's happening in the community, what's happening to one another. And then they don't even realize that as they going through here, just as busy as a squirrel, they don't realize the danger that's up ahead. Because look, if you don't get it together before you leave here, your heart got to give an account, give in judgment. So while you down there with the AK-47 feeding the drugs into the community, the crack babies, crack mama, you let the evil take over your life. You ain't even think about your baby. But we need to get together, people, and come up out of this oppression. This ain't nothing but oppression, and a form of bondage. That's all it is. It's a form of bondage, and we got to break free. We got to break free of this bondage, this mental bondage, this oppression. That's exactly what it is. What we've been doing to one another, I got a message. Biggie, X, Nipsey on the aisle. No need to say, sleep in peace, because we're going to rise in power. We're going to rise above this oppression. We're going to come up out of it. People, I'm telling you, sometimes I feel the church bubbling up in my soul, and sometimes I have to say a word. I have to go back old school, and the minister in me is rising up and want to tell you not to give up. Keep your head up, because when it rains, it pours. But I'm telling you, when it rains, the sun is still shining. It's still out there. You just can't see it because of the clouds, because of the storm. The storm clouds is blocking the sun, but the rays are going to shine again. I'm telling you, weeping man doing for a night, but joy, oh joy, cometh in the morning. I gotta give him some music. Joy is coming in the morning. I'm telling you something. People, please. Hold on. Hang in there. It's going to get better. I've seen some dark days in my life. I've had some dark times. I have shed some tears. Depression. When I was 14, I attempted suicide. Nervous breakdowns. I've been through it. But I'm here to tell you that I overcame. We all are going to overcome. See, we were all a part of oppression. And the oppression has trickled on down, on down generation after generation after generation. Now we 400 years later of oppression and bondage and mental bondage and injustice, police brutality, the things we see every day. Then the community, the crime in the African community, how we take it out on one another, because we take it out on one another because we feel helpless about what's happening at the top, and trickling down to the bottom, because up there they don't care. It don't matter to them. But now they do, because look, something happened. The hate done ran up in the Capitol building. So wait a minute now, some different stuff got to be done. So now I'm telling you, just hold on. Change is coming. It's gonna get better. It's going to get better, honey. You need to get meditated to the Lord. And I'm telling you, in church, that's one thing I love about church is the music. Because when we get into the spiritual music of church and do the praise break, I want you to think about your ancestors. Because that's what they did then. They did the spiritual dances to God. And that's what we do. We do the spiritual dance to God. And when we in the church and we doing the praise break and we feeling the spirit, that's the spirits of our ancestors. That's the spirits of our ancestors that's overwhelming us, and they watch over and protect us. See, we we done got caught up in religion and we pray to Jesus. And because we don't know no better. That's what our ancestors were taught. But we wasn't praying to Jesus in Africa. Before our ancestors were kidnapped and brought over here. I don't care what the history books tell you. I don't care. Who wrote the history books? Who the history books benefit? Your history goes further back than this country. Matter of fact, that's it. It's this country. That's your history. But it goes way further back. And it's legends who have done so many things. It's so many legends that are not famous, that are African, but they're lifted as we continue to carry the torch. Because they live through us. Like I tell you, they watch over and protect us. They live through us. So these are legends that we got to keep on carrying the torches, people. We got to keep on moving. We can't give up. Your own ancestors, your grandma, your auntie, they want you to keep on pushing, keep on moving. You lost your mama. Your mama's body may be gone, but your mama's spirit is still alive and well, and your mama is with you. Keep on going. That's what she wants you to do. She don't want you to sit there crying and going through and doing this and doing that. And I'm gonna tell you something. And I told you about the name, live up to a legacy. Live up to be your legacy. Rise to your greatness in God. Because that's who you got to live up to is God. No matter what go on in this world, in this country, you keep your eyes focused on the Lord. No matter what the chaos, negativity, and drama that go on, because I'm telling you something, it go on no matter what. Storms are going to come. The rain going to come. Tupac told you that. It's going to keep on raining, but you got to keep your head up and look up. Keep your head up to God. Keep focused on the Lord. Because he mentioned God. Tupac was a godly man. He sung about some other different stuff, but Tupac was a godly man. See, because everything deals with the oppression that we deal with in this country. It really does. But we don't have to be a part of the problem by calling one another bees and telling us we're going to kill one another and I got this for this end and this and that. We ain't got to be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution, people. That's what we got to rise. That's what we need to rise, Cardi B. We need to stop telling these girls to stop going out here whopping. We need to tell these girls to start reading. It really would have been nice. I would have liked to seen you at the inauguration, Cardi B, but don't nobody want to hear that. They want to hear how somebody gonna lift somebody up. Just like the young lady who spoke at the who read the poem, and that was beautiful. We as a nation need to rise one another up. What we gonna tell the girl to go what for, Cardi B? What's that for? What's that gonna teach her? We need to teach the young ladies how to rise. As you said yourself, you don't let your baby listen to your music. So we need to teach our people how to rise as a people. We already held down by our necks to the pavement. It's time to rise up as a people, and stop holding one another down. That's what these legends want me to tell you. These people who are gone, these people who were held under oppression of this country themselves. Biggie, Tupac, X, Roger, these people, Prince, Whitney Houston, they were held down by the oppression of this country. And so what we have to do is we have to rise above it. We have to rise above the oppression. The poor baby, her heart broke so bad that she couldn't live without her mama. She had to go be with her mama, and now they together and they doing fine. So Bobby Brown, they doing fine. You the one going through, but they together. They doing fine. Your son doing fine. So, I'm telling you, these souls are not resting. They are with us, people. God be the glory, and praises be to the ancestors, and praise God for African spirituality. I thank God that I went through what I went through over there, and I go through it again. If it means to come out and tell you, and for Africans to rise up out of the oppression of this country. It's no more wars, no more pity parties. We done with that. It's greatness reached all over the world. We're going to rise to our greatness like the greatest mountain in God. We're going to rise. We all are going to rise. No matter what our chaos, negativity, drama, circumstance we going on, we're going to remove ourselves from that equation. We're going to start focusing on the positive, meditating on the Lord, doing better for one another, doing better by ourselves. Stop oppressing ourselves. Stop putting all these illegal substances in ourselves. Stop falling for the trick of the alcohol, because that's going to put you under stinking thinking and plotting and conniving and what I can do, how I can get them, how I'm going to get over on how I got them. What you need to do is meditate that situation to the Lord. Let the Lord work it out. Let the ancestors work it out. Because see, ain't nobody going to let nobody get over on nobody, because every tub got to sit on its own bottom. Everybody got to give an account their actions on this earth. Greatness reached over our pressure through wisdom all over the world. I want to share a little something with you. I never really told nobody this, but I am a stutterer. And I thank the Lord, that I'm able to overcome any oppression. My back, my slight speech impediment, and I'm able to still give you the message because it ministers to me also. I listen to my own episodes and they help motivate me, help me to keep on. And I thank God for the Facebook ministry. People on Facebook, I thank God for you all over the world. Keep on growing, keep on reaching your greatness. Say that to yourself. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. We doing it, people. It's happening. God bless you.